Watchers, and we are live from the eye of the storm, Scotia One Arena, Cole Harbour Place, where the Wolverines come to the eye of the storm today to take on your New Scotland Storm. New Scotland coming off a defeat yesterday in Dartmouth, where the Whalers weathered the storm and came out with a 2-1 win, tying up the season series at a game apiece. Meanwhile, Halifax was at home yesterday and defeated the Novas 1-0. Wolverines currently sitting in second place with a record of 10-2 with one shootout win. And welcome to the ice, your New Scotland Storm. The shootout win and a shootout loss. 56 goals for, 34 against with 33 points. Your Storm comes in fourth place with 12 games played with a record of 6 wins, 3 losses, 1 overtime win, 1 overtime loss, 1 shootout win, 49 goals for, and 33 against, 23 points. Starting lineup out there. Will Cole's going to be starting today in net for the Storm. For the national anthem, you got Cole McLeod, Jacob Shoup, Owen O'Donnell, Maddox Lopez, and Riley Krillman. So the Storm, this is a second matchup with the Wolverines this season. The Storm took the first one at the Halifax Forum. Score of 5-4. National anthem. And here we go. Storm Watchers are about to getting set for puck drop. National anthem's done. Get the camera zoomed in here. So those players stay on. That is going to be your starting lineup. The Storm have 8 defensemen dressed today. AP defenseman Zachary Williams is dressed for the Storm today. River Welsh still out with a broken thumb. Hopefully he'll be back in a few weeks' time. So it's nine forwards and 8 D for your 17 skaters and 2 goalies dressed. Cole McLeod's going to take the face off. Owen O'Donnell on right wing, Jacob Shoup on left wing. Bit of a different combination. He wins. Halifax sends it back in the neutral zone to Lopez. Lopez dumps it into the Halifax zone, into the far corner. Treewin's going to go back across the net. McLeod across the other side. They get it out to Shearer. Cross ice pass through the neutral zone to Proctor. Proctor in on the far side. He winds up. And I lost it. I thought it was going above the net. Puck ended up hitting something on the way through traffic and didn't even make it. Krillman off the glass, out into the neutral zone. Is going to get down into the Wolverines' defensive zone. No icing on the play. Treewin's there. Shoup attack. Gallant overskates that one. The Wolverines pick it up, coming back through. It's Ian Lovett. Zach Williams into the corner with authority. Sanford. But Gerard comes in, keeps it in. Sanford up into the netting above the glass. Face-off is going to be in the Storm D zone. Out of play. Storm will change their lines. Aiden O'Donnell will come out at center. Juice is there, and Gallant. He wins back to Sanford. Benino attacking. Benino gets it out. Benino around him behind the net. Aiden O'Donnell ties him up. Gallant tries to get it out. Swift keeps it in. Now out into the neutral zone. Over to Bent. Bent off the boards. Intercepted by Gallant. Backhands into the Storm zone. That's going to be icing. New Scotland Clothing Company's got new inventory, new arrivals in stock. 100% organic Old Tom Morris t-shirt in black is available. NewScotlandClothing.ca. Cole McLeod back out for the faceoff. Shoup and O'Donnell are the wingers. McLeod gets it out. Gerard back for Halifax. O'Donnell on the attack. Double O. Bottom lead. Over to Bent. Bent gets it out into the neutral zone. Rogers sends it back in. Back out. Icing's up. That's off the side of the net. Never made it across the line. So no ice. Bergeron keeps it. No, out to the neutral zone. 007. Battling Simonson. They get it back, breaking in on the far side. That pass is behind Bottomley. Bottomley shot, missing across the top of the net wide. Hits Scotland in the skate. 007 tries to get it out, but that puck goes off a stanchion and right back to him. Now Deacon and diving across the front of the net, skating it out, passing it up to McLeod. It just gets past him. Will Shearer back in the other way. Will Shearer. Nobody home. Grillman gets in, comes across the top, and gets a stick on it to break that up. Warrington on the far side. Gets rubbed out on the boards by Proctor. That's delayed penalty on the Wolverines. Bo Cole heads to the bench for the extra attacker. And Proctor heading to the bench for 2 for boarding. So the Storm are going to go on a McDonald's power play. Brought to you by local McDonald's restaurants on Main Street in Dartmouth. Elmsdale, New Glasgow, Quinpool Road in Halifax, and Spring Garden Road. Aiden O'Donnell in the corner on the power play. Storm power play started out really strong early in the season and kind of fizzled out here as of late. They were scoring left like clockwork in the first bunch of the season, and there's a glove save by Rittenberg. Power play somewhat fizzled here for the Storm, so looking to get their early season form back. I mean, it's still early in the season. Only 11, 12 games into the season of a 33-game season. Cole McLeod on the faceoff. Odie in the corner. Out to 0-0. Winds up. Shot. Save. Another shot. McLeod. Save. Bad save. Out to Odie. 0-0. High slot. Back to Odie at the side. Odie shoots. Through traffic. Gets across the front of the net. Krillman sends it back to 0-0. To Odie. Odie into traffic, and Halifax clears that. Storm getting some shots on net on this power play. Krillman back. A minute to go on the power play. Donnie. To Odie. Circling back around, high slot. Krillman. Krillman has scored some power play goals right from that spot this season. So, McDonald's power play. Storm getting some action, 45 seconds to go. Visit your local McDonald's restaurants. Matt Clements comes out for the face-off. 45 seconds to go on the PP. Boudreau behind the net. Out to the point to O'Donnell. Johnny to Gallant. Gallant. Wide angle shot. Rebound. Krillman's going to pick it up. I guess the net is off ever so slightly. 29 seconds to go on the McDonald's power play for the Storm. Levitz. Nice move over to Gallant. Gallant puts it in behind the net. Halifax is going to get there. They're going to rim it around. O'Donnell's going to get there, keep it in. Up to Gallant. Galley tries to get it back to O'Donnell to get a stick on it. Boudreau keeps it in over to Galley. Shot on net. Unable to handle it. Loose puck. Krillman. Penalties expiring. McDonald's power play almost over for the Storm as it's out in front of the net. Boudreau winds up. Doesn't get a clean shot. Misses on the short side. And we are back to even strength. McDonald's power play is over. 007 back. The delay. Halifax skater skates right on by, but Bottomley picks up the puck on the near side. Krillman's on him, though. Gets it over to the far side. Nichols going to get there first. Juice comes in. O'Donnell intercepts that one. Simonson from the point. Oh, geez, that got deflected down on a high stick. Wouldn't have counted anyway, but due to the high stick. But holy moly, that one was going high and went straight to the ice. Will Cole's hopping for the go high to get the high stick. Puck goes low. Odie's on the draw. Around to the near side. Juice got to get there. Gets hammered on the boards. Williams backhands it around behind the net to Sanford. To Gallant. To Kluitt through his feet. Bottomley picks it up back the other way in for Halifax. Out in front to Nickel. Pressure lose it. Shot. First shot for Will. Odie in on the far side. A lot of white and black, yellow jerseys in his way there. Puck now coming back the other way. Treewin to Bottomley. Bottomley's going to dump it in. Treewin in deep. Their defenseman. He misses it. Sanford off the glass and out. That's going to be icing. Face off in the Storm zone. Just to the left, to our right. The left goaltender, Will Cole. Coach Shoup talking to the referee. Looks like he's looking for some clarification. Cole McLeod's going to be on the face-off with the Storm. He wins. They're unable to get it back out. Lovett sends it back in deep. Into the corner, pinned up in there is Krillman. McLeod sitting. Digging, looking for an opportunity to get in there. I think that's Pitcher. No, that's Shearer for Halifax. Shearer with the puck up Lovett. Cross ice over to Proctor. Get a stick on it, bouncing. That one goes to the net. And that's a gut trap. Save by Wild Will Cole. 8:13 to go in the first period, and we are scoreless. Shots are 3-1 in favor of the Storm. Chike Uzuchuku for Halifax. Cole McLeod for the Storm. Sanford around to the near side. Shoup pokes it into the neutral zone where Charlie Benino picks it up. Uzuchuku in on the far side. Gets tied up in the feet. Sanford and Uzuchuku. McLeod rimming it around. That's going to get past here, but Swift keeps it in, sends it back in deep. Near side. Sanford. Up the ice. No, Gerard. Sends it in. Williams is there. To Shoup. Gerard with McLeod over him now. Sanford, neutral zone. Reaching a little bit back and forth. O'Donnell on the boards. McLeod sends it in. McLeod's going to, no, McLeod's heading to the bench for a change. O'Donnell stays on. Boudreau comes on, sees that puck. Boudreau shot to the red basket. And Jordan Rittenberg with a gut save. Need a second opinion on your insurance, whether you're overinsured, underinsured, whether it be home, auto, business, or even life. Reach out to Cluett Insurance. Cluett Insurance, life happens. Far side. Speaking of Cluett, Thomas Cluett there just sneaks past. Nelson back. Off the board, trying to get it to Boudreau, but Clements picks it up. Tied up in the feet, Boudreau sends it in. In behind the Halifax net. Warrington over the top. Bottomley skating it through the zone and in on the near side. He's got Boudreau on him, trying to center it. It's tied up. Warrington on the far wall, chips it out into the neutral zone. That's going to be icing. Will Cole was skating to the bench. I don't think there was a penalty on the call. I think it was just icing. Yeah. Face-off's coming down, so. Ian Lovett, Cole McLeod for the Storm. Lovett back to bench, but it gets past him. Aiden O'Donnell skating through with Truin. Aiden around. He's got O'Donnell in the slot. And Rittenberg gets it covered up. Face-off in the Halifax zone. McLeod, O'Donnell, Lopez, and Krillman are on for the Storm. It gets past Shearer. Lopez steps up, sends it towards the net, but Bent intercepts that. Odie's on him with the pressure. Forced him to send it around to the near side. Double O's there. Double O. Reverse. A lot of white jerseys here. Treewin pokes it off, sends it to the far side to Proctor. Proctor off the glass and into the neutral zone. 007, a lot of back and forth here. Offside. The neutral zone face-off just outside the Storm D zone. 5:39 to go in the first period. We are scoreless. Buckshot up on the board. Double O. Halifax heading back. That's to Charlie Benino. Passing it over to Carter Sullivan. Sullivan now in behind the net. Benino, who has scored a Michigan goal this year. Sanford skating it out. And into the zone. Dumps it around the far side. Warrington's going up the Swift. Williams keeps it in, sends it off to the near side. Gerard for Halifax. Over to Sullivan. Gets past him. Williams is there. He's rimming around Boudreau at the half wall. Equal exit. He's got Clements off the glass. Back the other way. Sanford and Benino. And that's quickly covered up by Will Cole. So around the league, we have the Donald Jim Cougars visiting the Valley Wildcats, and the Cougars are leading 4-2 at the moment. Of course, we are scoreless here. The Western Hurricanes are in Pictou County visiting the Wierwell Bombers, and that's tied up at 1 apiece. No score yet. Nova's visiting the Rangers. That's scoreless. And Dartmouth is visiting Truro later on at 1 o'clock. So 4:34 to go in the first period. We are scoreless. Shots are 5-2 in favor of the Storm. Storm with some different line combinations today. 9 forwards dressed in 8D. Aiden O'Donnell on the face-off. Zach Williams, APD, playing the second game in a row for the Storm. Grillman. Will Cole gets a stick on that. Lovett sends it in deep. Lopez is back. Pressure from Halifax. Grillman gets it, and that goes up in the netting, out of play. 4:12 to go in the first period. Wet basement and all the rain yesterday? Then you need Permadry. Permadry, guaranteed solutions for leaky basements. Permadry.com. Free in-home consultations, no obligation as well. Customized solutions to suit your needs as decided by you. Permadry.com. Aiden O'Donnell getting it out. Halifax back the other way, passing it over to Trewin. Trewin skating it in, past Benino, centering it out. O'Donnell intercepts that. It's Glant. Now Odie again. Far side. Cole bent, rubbing him out on the board. Sullivan picking up that puck. Benino with Sanford. To Uzuchukwu with a big shot, saved by Willie. Storm are pleased to announce that a couple local McDonald's restaurant owners have come on board to sponsor the Storm's Power Play for the remainder of the season. So it'll be rebranded the McDonald's Power Play. I'm thrilled to have them on board, and thank you so much for their support. In the zone. McLeod gets it out. That shoot gets a puck on it, pokes it down a little bit further. Simonson with O'Donnell on him. That comes off the side of the net. 007 sends it out front. Shoot! Unable to get the shot off. Pitcher was all over him. A little smothered there. Nelson trying to keep it in the zone. Schuper. Back neutral zone off Nelson's stick. He recovers. Turnover. Nichols got it. Down deep into the corner now. McLeod, bottomly. Shoot. From the point, Turgeon. Cole gets his glove on it and saves it. Thanks, Reggie. Oh, wrong corner. Face off in the Storm's D zone. To our right, left of Will Cole. Uzuchukwu on the face-off for the Wolverines. Aiden O'Donnell for the Storm. Storm's got some different line combos today. It looks like they're primarily running O'Donnell and McLeod on center. With Clements every fifth or so shift. Swift back for Halifax. Cluett shadowing. He gets it back up. Uzuchukwu, stick on it, Odie. Benino trying to weave through traffic. Odie picks it up, skating it in on the far side. A lot of white jerseys there. Spin for the delay. Out to Sanford. Sanford keeps it in. Sanford sends it up in deep. Gerard's going to pick it up for Halifax. Just past Odie. Oh, Odie coming around the net. Almost snuck it in there. Rittenberg comes up with it. Freezes the play. Face off in the Halifax D zone with 1:48 to go in the first period. And of course, we are scoreless here. Always a good game when these two teams play each other. A lot of these players have played with and against each other since they were 7, 8 years old. They'll be on different teams, spring teams, you name it. Grillman and Proctor. Clements is in there. Clements now Krillman rims it around. Bent's going to pick it up in the blue line, send it in deep. That gets past Proctor. Lovett's going to pick it up, trying to send it out front. Bent over to Treewin. Treewin to Lovett. Clements gets a stick on it, up in the air. Halifax keeps it in. Over to Proctor. And that net was off. It's been a problem here at Cole Harbour Place all season long. The nets have been coming off like crazy, regardless of the goalies playing. Every team, every goalie. So in Pictou County at the Pictou County Wellness Center, the Western Hurricanes take a 3-1 lead over the Warewell Bombers. Aiden O'Donnell on the face-off. Grillman, he rims it around. That gets past McLeod. Bent keeps it in for Halifax. The net. Grillman up and out of play. 50 seconds to go. 50.5 seconds to go in the period. Andy Will Cole, I didn't think he was going to play with his new gear tonight. Got new equipment set up and playing his first game with them. Swift. Miss across the front. Half wall. O'Donnell. Gets it to other O'Donnell off his leg and in deep. That's Bent. I think I called Swift earlier and it was Bent. Out in front. Lopez stepping up. Shoots it. Misses wide across the front of the net. Grillman. That's Bent. Pressure from O'Donnell. Benino. Lopez gets a stick on it. Grillman. Up to double O. Over to Odie. Out in front. All alone. And he scores! Aiden O'Donnell makes the Wolverines pay on the turnover. And he opens up the scoring with 9.7 seconds to go in the first period. And your New Scotland Storm take a 1-0 lead. .7 seconds to go. Matt Clements comes out to take the face-off. Boudreau and Warrington are the wingers. And there you have it, Storm Chasers. That is the end of the first period where your New Scotland Storm take a 1-0 lead. Shots are 6-4 in favor of the Storm. And 007 with an assist. So, just checking some things. Okay, checking some things on the website here, scores and stuff. But New Scotland Storm is also happy to have Crux Psychology on board supporting the team this year. Crux Psychology provides expert individual therapy, couples therapy, and assessment backed by science and delivered with compassion. cruxpsychology.ca. And if you're looking for a new career or looking to fill a position in your business, reach out to Jen Warrington and the Fusion Group. TheFusionGroup.ca. They create paths where others see walls. Guide you right through the process, beginning to end. So to start the second period, Aiden O'Donnell coming out. He wins. Back to Simonson. Must have too many windows open trying to pick up the league stats. And the Cougars, or the Wildcats, have scored a goal. Got back within one. Trail the Cougars 4-3. Aiden O'Donnell, we're in the Wolverine zone for this second period. Scotland keeps it up and in. Aiden O'Donnell to Owen O'Donnell. Around behind the net. Out to the point to Rogers. He's going to put it on net. McLeod was there to the side, looking to get a stick on it, deflected in. Nice pass to O'Donnell, and this is just high and wide. Wide angle shot by McLeod. He gets through, hit some traffic on the way through. Didn't make it to the net. Stormer offside. No, they're onside. Halifax with a stretch pass, trying to get it to pitcher. And Halifax is offside.
Folks, get your 50/50 tickets as we have the winning number for today's draw. The lucky ticket is a green ticket. Ticket number 13001764. 13001764.
So, face off in the neutral zone, just outside the Storm zone. Boudreau skating it through into the Halifax zone. No, they get to poke it back. Williams, that's off of Clement's skate. Into the Halifax zone, though. Boudreau with pressure. Following Gerard in through. Back out to Clements. Clements trapping it on the wall. Trying to get it back to Boudreau. Goes back to Sanford. Sanford up to Clements. A lot of back and forth. Clements, Boudreau. Boudreau at the half wall. Centering it over to Warrington. Gets past him. Warrington in the corner. Uzuchukwu in behind the Halifax net. Sanford steps up. Sends it back in deep. Gerard coming over the top. Streewin. Williams steps up. Keeps it in. Half wall. Sending it in deep into the corner. Swift and Gerard. Gerard trying to get it out. That's off the skate of Uzuchukwu. Sullivan passes back to Uzuchukwu. Laid out by Boudreau. Clean hit right at the blue line. Halifax is offside. Face off in the neutral zone, just outside the Storm zone. So Storm a little slow, waiting to see who Halifax has out. They've got Lovett. Aiden O'Donnell comes out to meet him at the face-off. Lovett back to Bent. Gets past him. Gallant with the pressure. Gallant to O'Donnell. O'Donnell. Blocker save. High stick by Cluett. No. Halifax touch it, so we're all good. Back in the Storm zone, no ice. Krillman's going back to meet Lovett. Lovett's there first, out in front. Proctor going back to the half wall, out to the point. Sends it over to Shearer for the one-timer who miffs on it. O'Donnell gets across the red line, puts it on net. Fouled a little bit there and covered up by Jordan Rittenberg. So 12:23 to go in the second period. The Storm are leading 1-0. Shots are 8-4 in favor of the Storm. Owen O'Donnell on the face-off. Looks like Uzuchukwu for Halifax. Over to Shearer at the wall. Sanford sending it in deep into the skate. Benino gets behind her. Foot race back. Nice play. Tying him up. O'Donnell trying to get it over to Shoop. Off the skate. Now McLeod in on the far side. Getting past Simonson. McLeod scores! Cole McLeod fits his pocket. Comes down to the other end and scores to put the Storm up 2-0. New Scotland Storm take a 2-0 lead on the goal from McLeod. McLeod stays out for the staying out for the face-off. O'Donnell on the left wing. Owen O'Donnell on right wing. Swift sends it into the Storm zone. Thomas Cluett back. Behind the Storm net to McLeod. McLeod up to O'Donnell. Odie. Out in front by O'Donnell and scores! O'Donnell from O'Donnell. Just like that, and your New Scotland Storm take a 3-0 lead. Storm with a lot stronger performance than they had yesterday so far. But it's still early in the game, not even halfway through. And this Halifax team is big, they're strong, they're physical, and they can shoot. So you can never count them out. And they tend to be a strong team late in the game. So Storm need to keep up the momentum, keep the Storm's intensity. And Sanford with an assist. Grillman on the boards in the neutral zone. Odie in there. Lopez. Turnover going back the other way. Will Shear. And Storm got lucky there on that one. And Bent. So the face-off will be in the Storm's D zone. Storm making their change, waiting to see who Halifax puts out. The last change, making their call. Uzuchukwu for Halifax. Mac Clements for the Storm. Uzuchukwu wins, but Warren can get the stick on it, pokes it out towards the line. The half wall, Scotland back. In behind the net, Rogers. He's going to rim it around. Half wall, Warrington. Tied up. Halifax sends it across ice. Boudreau gets it out into the neutral zone where Gerard picks it up for Halifax, sends it back in. Scotland defends it. Line spinning backhand. Sullivan in for Halifax. Rogers back with a delay. Rogers over to Scotland. Scotland skating it out. Cutting in through the middle. Picks it up on the wall. Up in deep, Halifax with the puck. Passing it over to Sullivan. Gets past him. Warrington on the wall. Rogers keeps it in front of him. Puck down into the corner. Gerard for Halifax. Over to Bottomley. And Scotland with a big hit on Gerard. And that's icing Halifax. Or was that Bottomley? That was Bottomley. 9:55 to go in the second period. Storm leading 3-0. And at the Apple Dome, the Cougars have taken a 5-3 lead over the Wildcats. Hurricanes still up 3-1 over the Bombers. And now the Novas have taken a 1-0 lead over the Rangers. Sanford puts that one on net. Pad save. Coming over to the near wall, O'Donnell. McLeod sends it up in deep. Owen O'Donnell back to McLeod. McLeod gets a stick on it. It's in the slot area. Now Nickel back the other way for Halifax. Sanford with a check. Cross ice pass to McLeod. Wide open. He bumps that down in. That's going to end up being icing. McLeod loses stick on contact, looking for a call, I think. But no call. 9:25 going second period. Just a little, not quite halfway through. Ian Lovett for Halifax. Aiden O'Donnell for the Storm. Lovett turns around to block. The puck gets through. Lopez sends it to the far side. Juice is there. Lovett in behind the Storm net. Lovett loses a glove. Shearer. Shot into O'Donnell's skate. Picks up his own rebound off that block shot. Shot and save by Cole. What do we got there? Is that Freeland? That's out in the neutral zone. Bent back to get it. Pressure from Juice. Bent skating it down the far side. Somebody's lost their neck guard. Bent trying to get through. And that's denied by Will. Freeland out from the point. Sends it into the near corner. Gallant's Creelman's going to send it up to Gallant. Sullivan. They're trying to get it into Bottomley. And then they had 19 coming across there. Bent with a stretch pass to Sullivan at the red line to Uzuchukwu. GK with a shot. also affectionately known as Chike. 8:05 to go in the second period. Storm leading 3-0. Cole McLeod out for the Storm face-off. Uzuchuku for Halifax. Stays out. Got Nelson and Cluid are your D. 007 and Shoop are the wingers. Cluid to Shoop. Shoop out into the neutral zone. McLeod with the pressure. Shoop coming in. Halifax now at the puck. Cross ice over to Treewing. No, that's Swift. Need to get their deep pairings down. Uzuchuku with a shot. Saved by Cole. Unable to cover it up. Now that goes in behind the net. Tries to wrap around. That doesn't get on net. Sullivan can't handle it. That one gets past. That's played by Halifax. Up to Uzuchuku. Into the zone. Sullivan battling in front of the net. Will Cole, beneficiary of a quick whistle, goes to cover it up. Ref's kind of behind the play. Didn't see it, and it slid out from underneath his glove. But the refs got to blow it when they lose sight of it like that anyway. So, got Odie coming out for the draw. Pitcher for Halifax. No, McLeod's on the draw. 2 Odies. Scotland and Lopez with a D. That gets to Will. He covers it up that time. 7:17 to go in the second. Storm leading Halifax 3-0. Shots are 10 apiece. And at the Apple Dome, the Cougars are pulling away, taking a 6-3 lead over the Wildcats. Puck into the neutral zone. Odie with pressure on Treewin. Treewin circling around. Donnie there. Gets past Proctor. Scotland. Pitcher in for Halifax. Into the corner. Rogers taking a penalty. That'll be a boarding call on Rogers, potentially checking from and see what they call. Boarding is the call. So the Storm will go on their first power play of the game. 6:56 to go in the second period. I said Halifax is an offensively strong team. Expect them to have a lot of pressure here on the power play. Love it on the face-off for Halifax out in front of the Storm net, and they score. Cole trying to poke check and bobbles it. His right leg raised and looked like it went underneath there. And just like that, Rogers out of the box, back into the game. And Halifax gets back within 2. Preston trying to make something happen. Hayden O'Donnell on the faceoff. 6:51 to go. Charlie Benino getting it through. Bill Cole, backhand pass to Glenn on the wall.
2 minutes for boarding. Time to 8 minutes, 4 seconds. Halifax power play his 12th goal of the season. Scored by number 18, Charlie Benino. Assists to number 19, Ian Waller. Time to go 8 minutes, 9 seconds.
Benino with the goal. Face off in the Storm zone. Hayden O'Donnell on the draw. He backhands it out into the neutral zone. Into the Wolverine zone. Gallant on the forecheck. Meets Treewin there. Puck over to the far side. Cluett. Juice is there. Out to O'Donnell. Puts a stick on it, but it bounces up over. Benino to Shearer. Shearer on the far side. Got Lopez there. Out in front to Benino. Gallant. Love it. Back out to Bent from the point. That's blocked by O'Donnell. Treewin bobbles it. Pressure from Lopez. No, that was Juice, not Lopez. High stick, Juice. Face off in the neutral zone on the high stick. 5:56 to go in the second period. Storm leading 3-1. McLeod on the Storm face off. Shoop and Donnie are the wingers. Proctor in through and past the Storm players. Shot, and that's denied by Will Cole. Big save. Big save as Proctor powers his way through. Face off in the Storm zone. Looking for a new insurance company? Check out fluidinsurance.ca. Fluid Insurance. Life happens. Cole McLeod on the face-off in the Storm. Into the corner. Sanford rims it around. Halifax keeps it in front of them. Shoop on the wall. That's Suzuchuku. Sanford tying him up. McLeod. Round to the near side. Simonson keeps it in. That gets past McLeod. Sullivan. Suzuchuku at the half wall on the far side. Sends it back into the corner. Sullivan and Sanford battling. Suzuchuku off his skate. Bergeron. Owen O'Donnell's through. And his backhand just up over the net. Picks up his own rebound. Gets it out front, but Sullivan picks that up. Angus Proctor. Chip off the boards and around. Sanford's there. Into the corner with Proctor. Proctor. McLeod. Uzuchuku out in front. Shearer. Shot. Miss on the short side. Off the boards. And out in front. They're out in front again. Big shot. Rebound. Swift. Shot. Save again. Williams. Storm really hemmed in here. Halifax really putting the pressure on. McLeod gets that one iced. Takes the pressure off, gets the Storm a change. 4:29 to go in the second period. We are now just at the halfway mark of the game. Storm leading 3-1. Halifax bringing on the pressure there. Looking for a new career or to change jobs and don't know where to start? Reach out to Jen Warrington in the Fusion Group, thefusiongroup.ca. Lovett's through. Shot. Will Cole falls to his bum. Puck in behind, into the corner. Jeez, I thought that was going to hit her after. No, it lands inbound, in play. Will Shearer. Shot, and that's snagged out of the air by Will Cole. Gonna take a breather there. A lot of calling here in this game. And Odie, Donnie, Clouds, or Big Mac coming on as your forwards. Lopez, Kurlman is your D. And behind the net, they rim it around. Bent's going to keep it in. Through traffic, doesn't make it to the net. Odie back the other way. He's got McLeod. McLeod stays on side. Shot. Rittenberg doesn't know where it is. Loose puck in front of the net. Now in behind the net. On the far side. Freeman's going to put that one off a rafter. Face off in the Halifax zone to our right and to the right of Jordan Rittenberg. McLeod and Odie go off. Need a center here. Clements comes on. Warrington, no, the refs aren't allowing it. Donnie on, 007 for the face-off. No, now Warrington for the face-off. Donnie at right wing. Bent around behind his net to Shearer, the half wall. Shearer chipping out to Benino, but over skate. Warrington in, bent on him. Little delay. Gets it through the legs, now in the corner. Dr. Krillman at the point. Going to put that on net, doesn't make there. Treewin blocks that one. Boudreau on the far corner. Boudreau at the far corner, getting it out. Now Charlie Benino skating it into the Storm zone. Out in front of the Storm net. Lopez skating it out, sees Warrington. Just out in front of him. He's going to get there. Swift is there with him, though. Clements out in front, out to the point to Nelson. Nelson through traffic. Can't get there. Boudreau out in front. Loose puck. And the crowd and everybody cheering like it was a goal, but the referee right there immediately called no goal. And Shearer snipes that one on that breakdown. And they get back to within one. So, 2:39 to go in the second period. Halifax get back within one. Now trailing 3-2. Aiden O'Donnell on the face-off. He's got Gallant and Juice as his wingers. Halifax wins. Back to Swift. Swift up to Nickel. Down deep into the Storm zone. Cam to Gallant skating it through the neutral zone. Into the Wolverine zone. I'm going to call it the Wolf Pack. Out in front of the net. Gallant with pressure. Shearer from Trewin and Benino on that goal. Far down Snipe. Juice tying him up in the corner. Wolverines out with it. Nelson keeps it in, sends it in deep. Gerard back for Halifax, in behind his net. Sees Nickel out. Pitcher's in behind him. No, Nickel didn't get it out. Now he dumps it in deep. Nelson is back. Halifax changing. Neutral zone. Halifax, Sullivan back. Regrouping, passing it up to Zuchuku. Chike's in, loses it. Cole going for the poke check, loses it and saves it anyway. Pad save. Trewin with a shot from the point. Trewin over to Bent. Bent steps up. That hits traffic. And up and over the net. On the side of the net. Bent. Miss. Last minute of the second period. Cole's got to get himself settled down in there. There's a call. That very well may be boarding. Not boarding, but check from behind. The Storm player, I think that's Juice, is down. Head contact there. Juice is writhing in pain down there. Calling for the trainers. And Proctor's got a game misconduct. So that's Proctor's second, as far as I know, ejection. Trainer still down attending to Juice in the corner. And a Halifax coach just gets ejected. Sullivan is heading to the box to serve the penalty. It is a 5-minute major on the board. Juice is still down. Storm only have 9 forwards dressed today. Some rather uncool comments from the Halifax fan club as the player is still down. Did I call that right? He's up to his feet. Signaling for some help. Back to his knees, now up to his feet. And Scotland and Warrington helping him off. Oh no, that was Thomas Cluett. That wasn't Juice. He heading 46 seconds to go in the period, heading right down to the door. Going to head into the Storm's dressing room. So, we've got a 5-minute major. So the Storm McDonald's power play, 5-minute power play. With 46 seconds to go. Head contact and game misconduct is what the call was. Not checking from behind or boarding. It was a head contact call, 5-minute major. And a game misconduct. Hayden O'Donnell in. To Owen O'Donnell. Double O to Odie. One-timer. Odie back into the zone. 2 seconds to go in the period. And that is the end of the second period, Storm watchers, where your New Scotland Storm lead the Halifax Wolverines by a score of 3-2. They've got working on a McDonald's power play. Teams are going to head to their dressing rooms. The ice crew comes on to resurface the ice, and we'll be back for third period, 20-minute period. And the Storm will start that on a McDonald's power play. The camera will stay live, but we're going to mute the mic here. Watch the Zamboni go around for a few minutes. And welcome back to the Eye of the Storm. Storm watchers, we're your New Scotland Storm are getting set to start the third period with a 3-2 lead over the Halifax Wolverines. Storm will start the third period on McDonald's power play. 5-minute major penalty to Angus Proctor. Thomas Fluid hit to the head. Doubted if he'll be back to the game, but we'll see here shortly. New Scotland Clothing Company has new arrivals in stock. 100% organic Bonnie Lager t-shirt in black. 100% organic Old Tom Morris t-shirt in black. And an original fitted hat with leather patch in maroon. And welcome back to the ice, your New Scotland Storm. And of course, New Scotland Clothing Companies at 16 Portland Street in Dartmouth, and 1869 Upper Water Street in Halifax, and they're open 24/7 at newscotlandclothing.ca. Shots are 12-17 in favor of the Wolverines. They really brought it on, the shots, that period. And at the Apple Dome, we have a final where the John L. Jim Cougars defeat the Valley Wildcats 6-3. And down at the Pictou County Wellness Center, the Hurricanes are leading the Bombers 4-1. And in East Hants, at the East Hants Sportsplex, they are tied at 1 apiece. The Novas and Rangers tied at 1 apiece. And of course, Dartmouth is visiting the Truro Bearcats at 1 o'clock this afternoon. So, Storm starting on the McDonald's power play, brought to you by McDonald's Restaurants in Spring Garden Road in Halifax, Quinpool Road in Halifax, Main Street, Dartmouth, Elmsdale, New Glasgow, and several others. Excited to have McDonald's Restaurants on board to sponsor the Storm's power play. Wolverine coach is on the bench, so maybe he didn't get ejected after all. Maybe just go and unlock the dressing room for Angus. Not sure what the delay is. As we wait here, the officials outside the scorekeeper booth have blown the whistle. Signal the face-off. Officials talking to head coach, co-head coach Brad Rickman, and Coach Robbie. Waiting for that conversation to get done before they drop the puck. Linesman talking to him. Odie on the draw, and love it. Cloud dumps it in. And drop my tripod. Of course, the Storm are on the McDonald's power play. Halifax sends that back down, so there'll be no icing on that. Halifax has killed a little over a minute. Owen O'Donnell sets it up. Off the boards to Clements. Clements tries to toe drag, get through traffic, tied up, love it. Off the boards, back to Creelman. Creelman back to O'Donnell. Shot misses high, comes all the way around and down into the Storm zone. Will Cole settles that down behind his net for 007. Skating it out across the blue line into the neutral zone. And just inside the Wolverine zone, delay, dumps it up into the corner. Odie. Backhand over. 3 wins there for Halifax. Clemens tying him up on the wall. McLeod gets it out, tries to wrap around shot. Rittenberg gets there. That goes up into the netting above the glass. Storm do not change. Aiden O'Donnell is going to take the face off. McLeod's on left wing. Clements on right wing. Back to Owen O'Donnell. High slot. Krillman. Back to double O. Over to McLeod. Pivots. In through traffic. Odie. Back to Donnie. Back to Odie. One time. Clements. Odie. Blocked by Gerard. Back out to Donnie. Donnie to Krillman. Krillman to Odie. Off the boards back to Donnie. Krillman. Back up to McLeod. McLeod to Odie. Trying to get through. They get a stick on it. Uzuchukwu gets through. Krillman skating back. And that shot saved by Cole. 2 minutes to go on the power play. McDonald's power play. McLeod in through. McLeod scores! Power play goal, 156. To put the Storm up 4-2. McLeod on the McDonald's power play goal. With the major, the time doesn't come off the clock. So the Storm will stay on the power play. Minute 56 to go on the Storm McDonald's power play. Aiden O'Donnell. Back to Krillman. Krillman to Owen O'Donnell. Krillman. Donnie. Delay as he enters the zone. Sends it up into the corner. McLeod to Odie. Donnie. Odie. Odie to Krillman. Krillman puts it on net. And that drops down and is covered up by Rittenberg. 1:32 to go on the McDonald's power play.
Number 30, Will Cole.
Hey, Will Cole with an assist. Woo! I think that might even be his first assist of his career. Certainly his major Bantam or U15 major career. It's his first assist. Krillman. And that's into the Halifax bench with 1:16 to go on the McDonald's power play. Spring Garden Road, Quinpool Road in Halifax, Main Street, Dartmouth, Elmsdale, and Glasgow. Into the zone, Bent. Off Krillman's stick, 007. Shearer with one of Halifax's 2 goals so far, but 007 going back the other way. Into the zone, cutting across, gets... Halifax not liking that no call. I thought it was fair play. Shot by Krillman. Save Boudreau in there. 40 seconds to go on the McDonald's power play. Referee telling him move it. Odie out. Tied up by Bent. Losing the stick. Krillman held up. No call there. And Treewin. He's heading to the box. So the Storm's McDonald's power play is going to continue on the cross check by Treewin. And there was one after the whistle that I don't know if they called him for. No, just 2 minutes. So McLeod's taking the face off on the McDonald's power play for the Storm. Odie over to Krillman. It's a 5-on-3 here right now. Clements with a shot, saved by Rittenberg. Odie, 10 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. McLeod with this. 4 seconds to go on the McDonald's 5-on-3 power play. Then we'll have a minute 37, 5-on-4 if all things remain the same. Face off in the Halifax zone. Halifax bench not happy with some of the calls or no calls. Aiden O'Donnell on the face off from the Storm. He wins, sends it backwards. Grillman, 5-on-3. They get Lovett out into the action. So 5-on-4 power play, McDonald's power play for the Storm. Over to O'Donnell. That gets past him out into the neutral zone. These guys have been on pretty much the entire power play. That was a 5-minute major. Owen O'Donnell skating it in through. Lovett pokes that one off the stick. Donnie gets in there. Setting up in behind the Storm net with a minute 4 to go in the McDonald's power play. Sends it to Odie. Odie to McLeod. McLeod to Clements. And Rittenberg stops it. Krillman at the half wall, sending it in deep. McLeod. Gerard and Clements, McLeod. McLeod back to Clements. Clements just past Odie. Odie trying to get it set up. That gets past O'Donnell. Up to Odie. Odie in the slot. Shot, blocker saved by Rittenberg. Into the netting above the glass with 31 seconds to go on the McDonald's power play. Storm leading 4-2. 14:40 to go in the game. Storm really need to get another one here in these next 31 seconds. Halifax is a strong team. Camden Gland on the faceoff. Tied up in Juice's feet. Krillman steps up. Krillman in there at the faceoff dot. Halifax clears that one down. Cole's going to set that one up for Donnie. Or 007. Got a lot of nicknames. He's skating it down through. Delay at the half wall. Dumps it to Krillman. 5 seconds to go. Gallant back to O'Donnell. Out into the neutral zone. Donnie to Gallant. Gallant in. That back to 5-on-5. Halifax making their changes. Juice. That one misses short side up high. Boudreau out in front. Williams keeps it in. That through traffic hits people, doesn't make its way to the net. In the corner, Juice. Boudreau coming in. Bergeron skating through for the Wolverines. Boudreau heading to the box on a roughing call. So Storm will go on the penalty kill. 2-minute penalty to Boudreau. 13:29 to go. One of Halifax's 2 goals was on their first power play. Uzochukwu on the power play face-off for Halifax. McLeod for the Storm. Out to Treewin. McLeod picks his pocket, gets in behind him. Cole McLeod. And that's snagged out of the air by Rittenberg. That was a big save by Rittenberg right there. Shorthanded goal. Almost. McLeod out on the face-off. Stays out. Get it in deep. Treewin. Shearer. Sanford gets a stick on it, but Halifax hits it in, and they're offside. $13:10 to go. Storm leading 4-2. Ian Lovett, Cole McLeod for the Storm. Through to Halifax, nickel to Bent. Will Shearer at the half wall. Going backwards. Clements on him. Out in the neutral zone. Off the Halifax player. No ice on the call. Bent heading back for it. The Storm are making a change. Got Odie and Galley out. Lopez and Creelman. Minute 12 to go on the Storm penalty kill. Bent down there circling around looking for an outlet. Across the ice. Trying to get it to Shearer. Little hot. Benino. And the Shearer in the corner. Love it out in front. Misses high. That was a nice setup. Benino in the corner. Now Love it out with it. Love it in behind the Storm net. Around to the other side. Back to Treewin at the point. Treewin. Gallant pokes that one off. Now Treewin takes his turn to poke it off the stick of Gallant. Gallant back. 36 seconds to go on the Storm penalty kill. Aiden O'Donnell tying it up down there. Bent, Treewin, O'Donnell. Puck comes out. O'Donnell gets out. They see Benino. Benino with those quick hands and quick moves. Love it in on the other side. Grillman winds up. Love save. Will Cole. 14 seconds to go on the Boudreau penalty. Storm leading 4-2. 11:43 to go in the game. Face off to our right in the Storm zone to the left of goaltender Cole. Storm need to win this face off, take possession. Cloud's going to come in and take the face off. I guess Donnie's going to take it now. 007. Rittenberg adjusting his equipment or retying. Looks like he's retying his toe strap down there at the other end. He's going to head to the bench. Can't get it tied on. So Dylan Benicio is going to come on while Rittenberg adjusts his toe strap. He's got those new mock pads and all the Bauer pads, including the new mocks, like even Will's wearing. He uses a paracord type bungee cord for the toe strap, and they notoriously come undone. Haven't replaced Will's yet. Normally we replace them with the Brian Smart strap. It's been really reliable. Back out to Gerard. The penalty is killed. That gets past him. We're back to even strength. Stormer offside. That drops off O'Donnell. So they are able to stay on side. Rogers. That's going to be no ice. Round in behind the net. That gets past Swift. Nichols going to pick it up the half wall. Trying to get it out. McLeod, now Scotland. Back through the neutral zone. Regrouping his pass, just misses Odie. And that's icing. After a stressful game like this, you might need somebody to talk to. If you do, go to cruxpsychology.ca. Science-based results delivered compassionately. cruxpsychology.ca. Uzuchukwu for Halifax. Aiden O'Donnell for the Storm. And Jordan Rittenberg got his equipment fixed. He's back in the game. Slight delay. Uzuchukwu gets it through. Sanford in the corner. Over to the other side. Williams. Out to the neutral zone where Shearer recovers for Halifax. Off the boards, Uzuchukwu. Chike going in, Sanford out in front. Shearer reaching to try and get it in. That one misses high. Halifax with some pressure here. Odie tying him up on the boards. Puck out. Now Chike, Uzuchukwu. Shot saved by Cole. Swift keeps that in. Uzuchukwu misses short side. Just kind of throwing it out there. Shearer in the corner. Sanford ties him up. Odie gets the puck off the stick. Uzuchukwu picks the puck off of his. Gerard sends it towards the net. Save, rebound. Halifax. Sanford rimming it around. Gerard's going to keep it in. He's going to send it into the far corner. Williams is going to be first. In behind the net, Odie. Odie, the far side. McLeod's not going to be able to get there before the icing call, I don't think. Stormer hemmed in. I think Odie's just looking to get that one out of there. Get a change and take some of the pressure off. Face off in the Storm zone. 9:39 to go in the game. Storm's leading 4-2. The shots are even at 21 apiece. Clements was on the face-off. Refs didn't like something, booted him. Warrington's going to come in. Through the legs, Boudreau skating it out of the zone, off the boards, trying to get through the white jerseys. They collect the puck, coming back the other way. Off Warrington stick, Grillman back, off the glass, back to Turgeon in the neutral zone for Halifax. Trying to get it up to Benino, a little back and forth. Boudreau now. Back in, loses it, but Lopez recovers, skating it up. And that's a shot on net for Lopez. Stick save and then quickly covered by Jordan Rittenberg. And at the Pictou County Wellness Center, we have a final score. The Western Hurricanes, I think that's their second win of the season, defeat the Warewell Bombers by a score of 4-2. Looks like that's their second win of the season. Matt Clements is on the faceoff. Cole Nelson sends it up into the corner. That gets past. Scotland keeps it in front of him, but pitcher coming in was able to get right out to him. Skate it down into the zone. Rebound to the far side. Scotland off the boards. I think it might have hit something there because it came right back at him. Boudreau at the half wall. Puck out in the neutral zone. Halifax Simonson's going to send it back in. Scotland's going to pick it up, set it up in behind the Storm net. To the far side off Warrington stick into the neutral zone. Simonson's going to pick it up and regroup. He's going to hit Bottomley on the near side. MJ Bottomley trying to get it towards the net. Scotland intercepts that. Takes it in behind the Storm net. Delay. Rimming it around. Cam lost that. Didn't know where it was. Halifax in through. Missed short side. Some mustard on that shot. Boudreau. A long pass intercepted in the neutral zone by Simonson. Sent in deep. Halifax heads to the bench to change, so Scotland collects that puck. Uzuchukwu bearing down on him. Long stretch pass to O'Donnell. But off the stick, and Treewin sends it out. Gallant sends that one back in. Rittenberg sets it up for Bent in behind the net. Gallant. His pass to Juice is intercepted. Stretching is O'Donnell to keep it in the zone, sending it up in there. Halifax around to the near side. Charlie Benino picks it up at the half wall, passes it over to Uzuchukwu. Got a 2-on-1 happening here. And that missed high, if I'm not mistaken, up in the netting above the glass. 7:23 to go in the game. Storm leading 4-2. And that's off the Halifax player, so the face-off comes out into the neutral zone. Uzuchukwu on the face-off for Halifax. Odie for the Storm. He wins. Sends it in. Ice off the face-off. Ice off the face-off?
One guy waved it off.
I don't know. Not familiar with that. I wouldn't have thought that that would be icing off a face-off like that where it had to get through all those Halifax players. But maybe somebody can comment what the rule is on that because I don't know it. Cole McLeod on the face-off for the Storm. He wins. Back to Sanford. Sanford around behind the net to the other side to Donnie. 007. Them silky hands. Sanford keeping it in. Sends it towards the net, but that's off the skate of Shoup. Right out to Benino. Sends it out. Williams back into the neutral zone. Over to Treewin. Benino picks it up. Across the red line. Skating it in. Benino with the moves. Through the center of the ice. Doesn't get the shot off, though. It's Chique to Benino. looking a little scrambly here. O'Donnell over McLeod. McLeod gets a stick on it, dumps it in. They change lines. Creelman comes on. Warrington comes on. Lopez. Got to be Clements. Clements is on. Boudreau. Cole gets a stick on it to try to settle it down. Reaching, gets a little bit too hot for him. Boudreau gets it just inside the red line, skates it out, in, puts it towards the net. Been a little how do you do. Pass to Bottomley. Bottomley skating it into the Storm zone. Lopez reaching. Clements rubs him out on the boards and behind the net, picks up the puck, trying to come back the other way. Halifax sending it out front. Boudreau skating. As the net comes off. So face off in the Storm zone with 5:51 to go. The Storm are leading 4-2. Shots are 22 Storm, 21 Halifax. Lovett and Clements on the face-off. Krillman rims it around to the far side. Warrington taking a look. Picks it up, tries to backhand it. Swift, that free win. Swift keeps it in. Lovett. Sees Gerard. Gerard keeps it in. Miss short side, rebound off the back of the net. Krillman backhands it over. Boudreau's going to get there. But he meets a Halifax player there at the same time. Nickel at the half wall for Halifax. Lovett out with it. Gerard now sending it into the near corner. Lopez. There gets in front of him. They get it out to Gerard. Gerard through traffic off Krillman's stick into the far corner. Swift. Now Clements. Clements gets it out. That gets past a Halifax player. Benino lifts his legs to no ice. Bent's going to rim that all the way around. That wasn't Bent. Aiden O'Donnell in deep. Skating around off the bar. Charlie Benino picks up the rebound. Heading back through. Trying to get it across over to Shearer, I think. Out in front of the Storm net. O'Donnell to McLeod. McLeod down the far side and in. He's got the two O'Donnell cousins. In the middle, shot on net, rebound. Out in front of the net, battling. Halifax gets it off to the far side, gets it to Benino. Nelson does a nice job to swipe it off the stick. A 007 back in. Some moves trying to get it, but too many white jerseys, tying them up. McLeod coming in for support. O'Donnell out, sees Clements. Clements shot. Saved by Rittenberg. Rebound under the wall. McLeod now up to Sanford. Sanford sends it up. Halifax back out. Benino's got it on the wall. Chips it out. Sanford picks it up, chips it back to Benino. Benino skates it out. Clements picks that one up at the red line. Skating it in is Clements. Smothered a little bit by some white jerseys. Skating around the world, looking for an outlet. Over to Williams. Williams back. That one gets past Clements, coming across the other side to the near corner is Warrington. He's pinned up in the corner. Across the ice, Williams is going to step up, prevent Lovett from getting that. Lovett on the attack. Shearer sitting at the red line, calling for the stretch pass, banks it off the boards to him. Uzuchukwu picks it up, skating it in, tries to pass it. Oh, Shearer. That's through traffic, goes up, misses high over the net. 3 minutes to go in the game. Lance sees Juice. Juice skating it in. O'Donnell drags his leg. I called offside. 2:51 to go in the game. Stormer leading 4-2, leading the shots 24-21. Wet basement? Then you need Permadry. Permadry.com. Free, no obligation in-home consultations where they'll customize basement waterproofing solution to suit your needs as decided by you. Dumped into the zone. Rittenberg sets it up for Bent. Jordan Rittenberg with a stick save. Puts it off. Treewin to Benino. Pitcher skating it in. Now Treewin comes in. Halifax offside, so they have to retreat back. icing Storm. 2:18 to go. See how aggressive the Wolverines want to get here at 2:18 and the face-off in the Storm zone if they're going to pull their goalie for an extra attacker, but there is no motions, no calls, so they're going to stay. Halifax calls the timeout, though.
30-second timeout, Halifax.
30-second timeout, the face-off in the Storm's D zone. Rittenberg is on the bench. So, as I was suspecting they were going to do, they're going to 2:18 to go. They're going to pull the goaltender, Jordan Rittenberg, in favor of a sixth attacker. Try to get the score while the face-off's in the Storm zone. So the key here for the Storm is to win the face-off and have a good solid breakout, not get hemmed in the zone. Storm, of course, are leading 4-2, so Halifax looking to score 2 goals in the next 2:18. The teams break from the bench. Will Cole skates to his net. We got Cole McLeod, Owen O'Donnell, Maddox Lopez, Grillman, and Odie. Ian Lovett out for the face-off for Halifax. No, he gets... Oh, no, he's still on. Uzuchukwu just comes in late. Benino, Uzuchukwu, Halifax wins. Puck out into the neutral zone. Empty net. Bent back. Cole McLeod on the hunt. Up to Treewin. Treewin over to Lovett. Rimmed around. Is Bent going to keep it in? He does. McLeod hunting him. Hits him in the skates. Right out in front. Lovett. And that's snagged up off the ice by Will Cole with 1:48 to go. Another face-off in the Storm D zone. Odie on the draw with Lovett. Krillman on the wall. He's tied up. Out in front. And Halifax scores one cross crease there. And they get back to within 1. And Rittenberg heads back into the net. But he's way out. Face off at center ice, looking to see if they win and can get into the Storm zone, D zone. And I suspect that Rittenberg will be heading right to the bench again for another attacker, try to get a game-tying goal here in the next minute 40. Rittenberg heads to the bench. Uzuchukwu comes on. So Halifax with 6 attackers, 1:24 to go. Back out to the point. Over to Treewin, but he's intercepted by 007. 007 breaks through. And he buries it, puts it home to put the Storm up 5-3 on the empty net goal. And Rittenberg off the bench, back into the goal with 1:11 to go in the game. Owen O'Donnell scores the empty net goal. Aiden O'Donnell on the draw. He wins. Benino back. In front around. Dangerous. Halifax net is empty again. And the net's off. 1 minute even to go. Face off in the Storm's D zone. Storm up by 2, leading 5-3. Timeout called, but so Storm with the 30-second timeout this time.
Unassisted at 18:49.
Owen O'Donnell unassisted, his second of the game. McLeod's got 2. Odie's got 1. And we got a minute to go. Teams break from the bench. Will Cole skates towards the net. McLeod on the faceoff. Love it for Halifax. Around behind. Odie going to rim it around. Freeman's able to keep it in for Halifax. Sends it over to a fan on it. Riley Krillman pokes that out. Swift back. Regrouping. McLeod with some pressure. Freeman. Sanford to McLeod. Off McLeod's stick. Him and Swift there. Benino. 007 through. Now McLeod backhands it down. No ice call. Odie is going to just pin it up against the boards here for a little bit. Swift gets it out, looking for Benino at the blue line, looking for the stretch pass. Will Shearer over to Uzuchukwu. Uzuchukwu rushing in. Across the front, Benino runs into Will Cole. Out to the point. Treewing. Through traffic. Will Cole saves it and bobbles it. Gets himself gathered. 7 seconds to go. The net was off! The net was off, man. How's he come across this way and that side of the net go off? Right? Referee's talking about it. That one ref right there called it a goal. Coming out to the center ice, so they're calling it a goal. I need to go back and see the video replay on that. 4.6 seconds to go in the game. Storm is still up by a goal. Halifax with an empty net, so they're going to need to win this face-off and get straight down. Halifax wins. Benito through. In the feet, McLeod. And there you have it, Storm Chasers. That's the end of the game, and your new Scotland Storm defeat the Halifax Wolverines 5-4. And take the season series 2-0.
Final 19 minutes, 55 seconds.
So next weekend, the Storm travel to Monktonian to play in the Monktonian AAA Challenge. All the top teams from Atlantic Canada, well, pretty much every team in this league and the New Brunswick PEI League for U16 AAA, U15 Major, U18 Major, are all going to be there. They have live streaming up there of the game, so it's not sure if we're going to be carrying them live on our channel or not. Stay tuned to our socials, and we'll let you know. Thanks for tuning in today.